on YouTube. Welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. Bit addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clock it. They don't wanna miss a second of this HD content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn you back until you start try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Hood Table one more again. Make sure you come on in and hit the like button, and also share the link out if you like, and don't forget to subscribe to the Hood Table. And also you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and IG. And pretty soon we will be having a website as well. So I just discussed with someone today our website, and they said it'll take a couple of weeks to get it up and running. So look forward to us having a website at thehoodtable.com. And we also now have merch at Teesprings, and I can put the link in the chat for the Teesprings. But and that has like t-shirts, sweatshirts, coffee mugs, different things like that available at Teespring, for the Hood Table. So if you would like, you can go to Teespring and you can purchase the Hood Table apparel from Teesprings. So anyway, make sure you click the like button, share the live, and also subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And I am going to drop the link. So if there's anybody at all who wants to jump on the screen with me, and discuss what we'll be discussing this evening. I know there are some people who had a lot of interest in this trial ever since 2010, when Tyler Ty Thomas first went missing. I've been covering this case for some years now, and actually during the trial, me and several others ride together down there to Beatrice, Nebraska. I took off of work, used some vacation time, what have you. And we went down there and to cover the trial, because the person who went missing was a resident of Omaha, Nebraska. Hey, Reverend Perry. Hey, how you doing? Hey, tell your wife I said hey. So she was a Omaha. She was a resident. She was a community member of Omaha, Nebraska. So a lot of people had some interest in the case. And again, we would ride down there. We would take notes. We would bring it back. We would do videos, to update the local community on how the trial was going, what people were saying, what witnesses were speaking, what evidence came into play, pictures, all that kind of thing. I covered the whole trial, and I'm going to pin a link to the to this video. It's going to be the first comment under this video, and it's to play all the videos I did of the trial. So we did go down there and we did attend. We sat with the family, we discussed the family, we supported the family throughout the trial and prayed for justice. When they said that the jury came back when we was there, and when it hit the news that the media, and I was the first one to say it. I was the first one to jump on the media, but everybody else was right after me, but I just happened to be there at the time and went live right after. But when they said that he was guilty on the first degree murder, the family, that's what they wanted, but in the end, first degree, second degree is better than, third, is better than, innocent, is, what I'm saying? So the second degree murder is still, could have given him 25 to life. So basically, we found out today he got 71 years, which is basically life in prison. This is so exciting. I know the family. I haven't talked to them yet. But I know the family, her mother, her brother, her grandparents, her father, everybody that, loves her and cares for her and adores her. Still friends. I know they are happy, because the thing about it is, for those of y'all who don't know about this story. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Miss Sislo. Hey, if anybody wants to jump on the link, jump in the screen with me up here on the screen. There's the link. I just dropped it in here. So if you got something to say about the trial or something you want to say to the family, if you were a friend of Tyler Thomas and you got something to say, feel free to click that link in the chat to jump on the stream with me. But a lot of people who don't know what happened, basically, I'm going to just give a brief summary of what happened, because it was a lot. But anyway, female college student, black female college student from here in Omaha, Nebraska. She went to Peru State, which is a few hours away. She went missing in the winter of 2010. It was late at night. A lot of her friends had told authorities, after they couldn't find her, that, she was drinking along with everybody. It was what they call Thirsty Thursday at Peru State College. So a lot of people were drinking, partying, it's a college campus. It's a college campus, young students, they was partying and drinking. She had got into it with one of her good friends. They had got into it. She wanted to come back to Omaha, Nebraska at night. Nobody wanted to take her back to Omaha, Nebraska, back here to her hometown, because it was late. It was late at night. Everybody was partying, drinking. They was like, no, we're not taking you back. Just chill out, whatever. They tried to calm her down. She ended up, leaving her friends, and she walked away. That's where the story got kind of funny. The guy that they had alleged, had possibly abducted her and kidnapped her. What his friends were saying was that night, the guy, which is Joshua Keadle, and some of his friends, roommates, whatnot, they had went looking for some Mary Jane, went to look for some reefer, and they had found some, and they were driving on their way back to the dorm to do what they do. And on the way there, they had came across Ty. And that's her nickname, Tyler Thomas, Ty. They had came across Ty. They saw her walking late at night. So Joshua Keadle, he had dropped off his friends and roommates to the dorm where they were supposed to, indulge in their reefer. And he told them, I'll be right back. They had no idea where he went. They was like, man, we was trying to get high. We finally get the crib and get high. And he just be like, I'm leaving. I'll be back. So basically, to cut to the chase, what had happened was, I'm gonna just tell you just what had happened instead of going through more. I just want to give you the beginning details. So anywho, this is what happened. Joshua Keadle, after he dropped his friends off at the dorm, he went back to where he saw Ty. Ty saw him, ran up to his car, was like, please, can you take me back? Could you take me home? I want to be home with my family this weekend. I just got into it with my friend. I just want to go home to Omaha, back here where she is from. And so he claims that he had told her, hey, Heidi, hey, how you doing, love? He had told her that, he can't take her home. And he had told her that he was on his way to the bank, to the Missouri, where some of them kick it down at the campsite at the Missouri River. And there's like a campsite there. There's places where people drive and pull up, by the shore of the riverbank. And so he drove her down there. This is what happened. And mind you, I did cover the whole trial. I did go to the court dates, the trials, and everything. I have all those videos up on here if you want to check them out. But when they got down to the riverbank, he got out. He started smoking his little reefer or whatever. And he was telling her, no, I'm not taking you back. I'm not taking you back. It's late. Do you got gas money? She was like, I ain't got no gas money. He was like, well, I ain't taking you back. I ain't taking you back. So she got mad. She got angry. She got upset because she was under the impression that he was going to take her to Omaha, which is where she wanted to go, back home with her friends and family. And so what had happened next was she got angry. She threw her phone at him, he was standing right by the shore of the bank, right by the riverbank. So he was standing right by the Missouri River. She threw her phone. Where the phone went, we have no idea. If the phone went in the water, we don't know if the phone got lost down there, if he hid the phone, anything like that. The last place that they found it pinged was at the Missouri River. So that much they do know. So they do believe her phone was left down there somewhere, whether it went in the water or whatnot. So he claims that she got mad. She started hitting him. She started screaming at him. Then she was like, well, you know what? What if let me back up. I forgot to give y'all some important details. So before they argue, let me back up. My bad. Let me back up. They was in the car and he told her that he wasn't going to take her. He claims that she offered to give him a blowjob. And so she did give him a blowjob under the impression that he was going to take her. He gets out the car. That's when he starts smoking his weed. That's when he says, I'm not going to tell you. That's when they start arguing and she throws her phone at him and she's punching on him and stuff like that. So he gets mad and he goes back to his car and he's like, is you gonna get in the car? I'm gonna leave you down here. We're gonna be down here stranded. It's cold. The girl has on light clothes, no gloves, no hat. It's the dead of winter when this happened. And so the winter of 2010. And so he claims that she didn't get in the car. He gave her multiple opportunities to get in the car. She didn't get in the car. So he claims he left her there. That's his story. But after witnesses and after evidence and after, inspecting the area and, after everything was said and done, the conclusion that everybody came up with, and the jury, by the way, is that he took Tyler Thomas down there. He was originally supposed to be smoking with his friends. They believe he already intended to do something with Tyler, because if you on your way home, you about to smoke some, y'all got y'all bags, y'all about to go puff, and then you see a girl walking, so you tell all your friends, hey, I'll be back. Don't tell them where you're going, just say I'll be back. He picks her up, takes her down to the riverbank. Okay. As far as him giving her the blow, he was like, he wiped himself with a paper towel and threw it on the side of the car, outside the car. Nothing was ever found. No evidence, no sperm, none of that was ever found. Not even in his car. And I mean, he could have cleaned it. But there was no proof that she even did that much. But we do know that was the last place that she was, and it was very cold that night. So what they gathered, jury included, was that what most likely happened, he tried to have sex with her. She threatened, because he did say that she said, if I don't take her to Omaha, this is what he said. She said, if you don't take me to Omaha, I'm go to the authorities and let them know that you tried to sexually assault me. That's what he said she said. Now, y'all have to, I'm not going through all the details, because you would have to literally watch the videos I did covering each day of the trial. I'm just giving you a brief summary of what, was discovered in the trial and everything. But I think that part is right. He talking about she just gave him a blowjob and that was it. I believe, and others believe, that he tried to take advantage of her. She got upset. She threatened if he wouldn't take her to Omaha, she would tell the authorities that he tried to sexually assault her. He got scared. They got angry, arguing. And mind you, their whole relationship from the time they met in college, their whole college relationship, not friendship, but college student relationship. Because from as long as people can remember, both sides of their friends, family members included, they couldn't stand each other. They hated each other. They were always arguing, cussing each other out. He would call her MFs. She would call him Bs. I mean, that was just the type of behavior that they had amongst each other. Don't nobody ever know why it was like that. That's just all they can remember. They don't remember any friendliness ever shown between those two in college. When they saw each other in the hallway, they kind of like ignored each other. You know, if they weren't cussing each other out at an event or at a friend's dorm or something, you know. So why would she offer to get him a blowjob just to get a ride to Omaha a few hours away? Somebody you really don't get along with, can't stand, darn near hate. Why would you give them a blowjob? And there was no evidence. So again, I and others believe that that part of the story, the part where she said, if you don't take me to Omaha, that I will tell them that you try to assault me. I believe there was an assault or he tried to assault her. And a lot of us believe that Tyler Ty Thomas died in the Missouri River that night. She was never seen or heard from again. He lied to the cops so many times. He lied to a lot of people. Dorm roommates, his friends, her cousins, to the police, to the FBI. He lied to so many people. I ain't seen her. I don't know where she at. Last time, he lied so many times. And then finally he confessed that he saw her that night, that he took her down to the river, and that she was mad that he wouldn't take her to Omaha. And so that's when she threatened to say he assaulted her. So he lied all the way up to the point where they said, all we got to do is check with the phone companies. We can check to see if both of y'all phones pinged at any given time around the time she was missing. That's when he was like, okay, okay. That's when but again, all the full details is in the videos, and I did post the playlist of all the videos I did covering the entire trial. It's going to be posted at the top comment of this video, pinned to the top. But so that gives you a little description of what happened. They had to wait so much time. Like, this happened in 2010. He didn't actually get charged with the trial till years later, like 5 years later, something like that. He didn't actually get charged because of the fact that when somebody disappears, they can't legally say that person is dead until so much time passes on. So during the time when they believed he was responsible to the time they actually charged him for the murder, disappearance, abduction of Tyler Ty Thomas, they were just building their case, talking to people, witnesses, gathering evidence, all this kind of stuff, because they had to have a hard case because there's nobody. But we know in history, in the past, there have been a lot of cases that went to trial and they won without a body. But on the flip side, there has been cases that have went to trial and they lost because of a body. Nobody. So they had to, the attorneys, and oh my God, the attorney that she had, the main attorney, their team, man, I'm telling you, when they said that he was guilty and we all gathered, the family and friends, we all gathered in a room, one of the court chambers, wherever we was. I mean, I was just like, oh my God, I couldn't stop hugging him and shaking his hand. Nobody couldn't, because he was fantastic. If there's ever anybody who needs a lawyer for a murder trial, now, he's a prosecuting attorney, okay? But he did a absolute, I mean, it was just amazing how that came about to that guilty plea, that guilty verdict. Because of the fact the defense team, they thought they had it in the bag. Joshua Keadle thought they had it in the bag. When I tell you, when we was there, sitting there all day in court every day, watching Joshua Keadle sitting up in there in his same old outfit every day, because you know he was in prison, y'all. For those of y'all who don't know, he was already in prison. He was already in prison when he was charged for Tyler Ty Thomas's murder. He was in prison because, and the young lady, there's a young lady. She was 15 years old. She was kicking it with Joshua Keadle, not kicking it like you know, kicking it like boyfriend, girlfriend, but, you know, kicking it. They around drinking, smoke, whatever, you know, 15-year-old trying to be grown, I guess, you know, that's all I can figure on that one. But she had went to sleep and she woke up and he was raping her. Being she was 15, being she was drinking, being she was smoking, she thought, this is just what I get because I shouldn't even be here. You know, a lot of people feel that way when they get attacked because of a certain situation. If I wouldn't have been here at this certain place, this certain time, with this certain person, this would have never happened to me. So if I come forward and if I tell them the truth, what really happened, they might not believe me anyway. So she sucked it up, went on with her life. When she found out about Tyler Ty Thomas missing and about him being the last person to see her, she said, it is time. It is time I face my demons. It is time I face this demon, Joshua Keadle, and I tell my story. She told her story. She was believed. He ended up getting sentenced in prison. Now, the importance of the Tyler Ty Thomas case was bigger than just convicting him for the Tyler Ty Thomas case. It was bigger than that because they had to win. If they did not win this case and there was nobody, if they did not win this case, that man would have got out this year. He was set to be released between this year and next year. So he had like a year left in prison. If they wouldn't have convicted him, not only would he have got off with Tyler Ty Thomas murder, but he would have been back out on the streets, still young enough to get out there and do whatever. And who knows? I don't know if he was rehabilitated. You know, some people get rehabilitated in prison, some people don't. But they didn't want to take a chance that he could get out and then possibly do something to somebody else because that's two females, one missing, one he claimed threatened to accuse him of sexual assault that came up missing and he was the last one to see her, and one he did sexually assault and he went to prison for. So it just so happened the time that whoever, you know, the rules or regulations of, okay, this person is dead, there's no body, but we know so much time has passed, we can declare, we can officially get you a death certificate, we can officially say this person is dead, even though we don't have a body. So that time came. The prosecuting attorneys, they filed the charges, the murder charges. He was still in prison. So every day he went to court, he was coming from jail because he was still in jail. While he was sitting during the entire trial, I'm telling you, he was sitting there all smug, like him and his lawyers, like, oh, we got this. You're going to be out of jail. You're going to be out of here in no time. You're going to get off on this. Then you got like another year left. You're going to be a free man. So when they had said guilty, I looked over at that man, because we were sitting in the back corner and they had already told us before we left the court. Before they gave the verdict, they said as soon as, because you know the media is going to be there, and whether you win or lose, the media is going to be there to ask you questions. They're going to be all in your face with cameras and everything. So they said as soon as they say the verdict, this is what we're going to do. We're going to sneak you guys out, because on the news, when they showed us leaving, people were hitting me up like, dang, what did y'all do? Did y'all get kicked out the courtroom? And I was like, no, that was already pre-planned, that we was going to go up the back way, the back staircase of the elevators, but we ended up walking through some chambers, then through another door. It was like a maze down there in that courthouse in Beatrice. We ended up on an elevator and we ended up upstairs somewhere where the news and media couldn't go. So anywho, when I saw the expression on his face, it was like all that smug smirk, all that I got this, the whole entire trial was gone. His face, everything, he was like, second degree? They got me. And the lawyer, I'm telling you, it was so exciting for us and for family and friends, for our community, period. For our community of Omaha, Nebraska, for students and faculty from Peru State. You know, there was some guy there. Was it the last day of trial? I think it was the second to last day of trial. There was a white guy there. and he was an older man, and he had a cane. I sat by him, and I didn't know him, but I just assumed he was. That's why you don't assume. But I assume he was with the Joshua Keadle family because his family is white. Tyler Ty Thomas, we all black, we all colored. And I just assume. I'm like, we don't know him. I know you see him, but he had been coming to the trial. And so one day I just sat next to him and I was taking my notes and all that kind of stuff because you can't take recordings, you can't take cameras. They will throw you out the courtroom. So we had to literally every video that I did of the court trial, while the news and media, they got video footage because they can get video footage, which now we will soon be able to do too, because I didn't apply for the LLC. I didn't got the EIN. I got the certificate of corporation. We got our logo. I got somebody building us a website right now that'll be done in 3 weeks. The hood table is legit. Period. So anyway, I'll be able to do that soon, but I can still go to court trials and stuff. I just got to take notes. So anyway, I took so many notes, and I would take the notes, and I did it detail, because I had to bring you guys back the story and put it in a video version. And so I would come home with all those notes, and then I would, man, you talking about chicken scratch? I mean, the notes, I took shorthand and speed writing in high school. So I'm good. I type 130 words a minute. So I'm real quick with my hands, but still I had to write real fast, like really, really, really fast. And so a lot of the stuff I had to really examine, like, what did I write? And sometimes I had to ask the people who I went down there with, did they say this person, or what was the name of that person that testified, or who went first? So, I had to get it all together, type it up to where it was legible, and then present the story to you. So it took me hours each day after coming home from court, out of town, driving out of town, but it was for a cause. It was for a great cause. It was for a great cause because one thing about the news and media, they give you a little bit of footage, and then, or they'll interview you and they'll show like 20 seconds of the interview after they've spent an hour with you. Anyway, that's how it goes. So anywho, I was talking to this man because I thought he was a family member. And I was like, hey, how you doing? Being cordial, regardless if he was related to a murderer or not. You said now we just got to get justice for Kamisha. Yes, ma'am, Tama, Mama Jamma. We do got to get justice for Kamisha. And when that trial starts, I'm going to be there as well, covering that trial. But, I had asked him, I said, are you related? Just small talk. I was like, are you related to Joshua Keadle? He was like, hell no. And he said, are you related to them? I said, I'm a friend of the family, and I'm from Omaha, and that's why I'm here. And he said, no way. He said, I lived outside of Peru State College when this beautiful young lady disappeared. And he said, I knew in my heart that man killed that girl. And he said, I promise if they ever take him to trial, I will be right there to witness. And so I was looking at him like, oh, okay, so you on our side. It was just funny because the way he expressed that, like he wanted to jump across. This an old man, he on a cane, walk off slow, and it was like he wanted to get up there and just whack him with his cane. But that just tells you how much. I mean, there's so many people around Omaha and surrounding areas that wanted justice for Tyler Ty Thomas because they knew this man was guilty. And so when he was charged, and when he went to trial, and when they read the verdict and it came back 2nd-degree murder, it was just, it was tears, it was joy, it was excitement. It was a lot. It was a lot. So then after that, we was supposed to go to court, and I was going to be there. That was in April. And I had, took the day off and everything. I was like, we're going to go to court. We're going to cover the sentencing date. But because of old Rona, we couldn't. And they kept pushing the date back. Finally, they went ahead. And I couldn't even make it because I didn't even find out that they had changed the date again. He was given his sentencing today. and it was 71 years. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. He answered the prayers of so many people. This man, I believe, and I could be wrong, but something in my heart tells me that he is a habitual sexual assaulter, rapist, child predator. In my heart, I just believe that. And I knew that if the prosecuting attorneys didn't get that guilty sentence, and if he did not get sentenced till basically the day he died, if he get back on these streets, he'll be back at it again. So anywho, I am so happy about this verdict. And I know I haven't talked to the family yet, but I know they're happy. I know they are going to be celebrating Joshua Keadle's sentence today on Wednesday, July 15th, 2020, in Gage County, which is in Beatrice, Nebraska. He was sentenced to 71 years in prison today for the murder of Omaha 19-year-old Tyler Thomas in 2010. They handed down the sentencing. He will be eligible for parole in 35 years. I have a feeling he ain't gonna make it. Oh well. But anyway, he's 37 years old right now. Thomas's family, they did address the court. At the start of the hearing, Keadle's attorney did withdrew the motion for a new trial. Keadle, he's 37. He was facing 20 years to life. I think I said 25 to life earlier. He was facing 20 to life for second-degree murder after he was found guilty in February. This is how long we've been waiting for him to get sentenced. But it was like, okay, we can wait this long till the corona, lightens up. We didn't wait it since 2010, so what's a few more months? To be exact, it was December 3rd, 2010, after leaving a party near the Southeast Nebraska campus of Peru State University. That's where she disappeared. Her body again was never found. The state issued a death certificate, like I was telling you about, earlier. They have to wait so much time before they can declare somebody dead. They finally did that in 2013. It was believed by family members, friends, the prosecutors, the jury, that she was thrown into the Missouri River, not far from where she attended college at Peru State. Keadle admitted to having been with Thomas near a boat dock and leaving her by herself on that cold December night, which we knew was not true. We knew that he did not leave her there, standing there on the dock. We knew that he left her there, not standing on the dock, more like floating down the river. And if y'all know anything about the Missouri River is real long, really deep. It goes from here in Omaha, it goes to Castles, it goes to Iowa, it goes across other cities, other states. I mean, Tyler Thomas, I don't know where her body is right now, but we know that she was put into the Missouri River, and that's where he left her. And today he was sentenced 71 years. Justice has been served. Rest in peace, beautiful Tyler Thomas. And on that note, you guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video. Make sure you subscribe to the Hood Table if you are not already subscribed to the Hood Table. If you would like to become a member of the Hood Table Squad, there's a join button next to the subscribe button. There's two levels. There's a $1.99 level. It gives you a loyalty badge. You get special custom emojis to use in the chat. It's basically a way of saying I support the Hood Table, and I'm gonna donate $1.99 to you every month because I love your platform. YouTube takes care of that every month with the withdrawal. The second level is $4.99. You get those perks, plus you get Q&As with me. You get member-only chats, member-only live videos where it's just me and the members. You also get I give away free giveaways. I will be giving away. I just literally launched our Teespring. So some of the things I'm going to do is t-shirts, coffee mugs, gift cards, just different things like that. That's what you get when you're a member and you pay the $4.99 a month. And again, to us YouTubers, is more of just saying, I support you, I believe in you, I enjoy your platform, you deserve it, you are entertaining. Just like some people is like YouTubers, they more entertaining sometimes than a TV show, than a reality show, you know. And we work hard, we study, we research, we watch shows, we watch movies, we watch documentaries, we watch the news, we follow celebrities. You know, it is a job. It is a job for those who are serious YouTubers. And so it's like, okay, you know, I'm gonna just donate, you know, like I would, you know. Well, you don't really donate to your cable and to your your dish or anything like that, but you know what I'm getting at. But anybody who knows me, I got 3 YouTube channels. So if you've been following me for a long time, you know that I appreciate every single one of you, whether you are a paid member or whether you are just a subscriber. Friends, family, we appreciate you. Every subscription, every share, every like, every subscribe. And again, you can follow us on Twitter, IG, and Facebook. And again, our website is being launched right now. I just paid my first installment on that. So it'll be launched within like 3 weeks. And of course, it's gonna be thehoodtable.com, you know. And so with that being said, make sure you like and share the video, and subscribe to the Hood Table if you're not already subscribed. And good night and amen, like Reverend Perry said, and Miss Sislo, and who else said that? Tama Mama Jamma, Heidi Flyucci, thank you for tuning in. I know there's others in here. Some people just don't like to comment in the chat, but I know there's others in here watching. So thank you for tuning in tonight. And until we meet again, in the meantime, in the between time, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces.